Boom! Boom, 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 boom. We are live. It's Chris Igoe Home Group, powered by Remax Direct. And today I am going to talk about smashing negative self-talk or eliminating negative self-talk and dominating on the phone, setting some appointments. So every morning I go live in this group, whether it's Facebook or YouTube. I set live listing appointments with the triple-headed monster of leads. And so I define those. The triple-headed monster is the daily expireds, the daily cancels, and the daily for sale by owner. So my commitment is to do that first pass of those prospecting calls live in each of these groups, and hopefully share my journey, my experience, so that you can get better on the phones and set more appointments for yourself and dominate your market and your business. But today I wanted to talk about my experience. So let's keep it real. This morning, as always, I wake up early. I start my day with a moment of gratitude, a moment of reflection, a moment of prayer. And in doing so, it's funny. I'm so dialed in on certain things, and then I can become so obsessed in the focus of those things that I lose sight of everything else. And so, that being said, I thought today was the Habitat for Humanity Realtor Build Day, which is where Remax Services has partnered with Habitat for Humanity to go out there and build a home for a family. Which is true. That actually is what's happening. However, it's not on the 20th of this month. It's the 20th of next month. So I'm all fired up. I'm ready to go. I got my stuff, my bag packed. I got my gear on. I'm super fired up and excited to be able to participate in this. And I got the wrong day. So needless to say, what's up, Ryan? So there I am. I'm getting ready. I'm like getting ready to leave, and I'm getting annoyed because I don't see. I had reached out to the broker who's in charge of putting this whole thing together yesterday, and I'm like, hey, so is the event? Are we meeting at your office, or where are we meeting? And he's like, no, we're going to disclose the event, right before the event, or the location of the event right before, for privacy issues. And it just didn't make any sense to me. I'm like, man, you're really cutting it close. I mean, it's tomorrow. So this morning I wake up super early. I'm waiting for the disclosure. I'm waiting for the address. Finally, I reach out to him. I'm like, hey, bud, where are we meeting? And he's like, and then I look at the invitation. And I'm like, oh shit, it's the wrong. I'm a month early. So it's not 2:20, it's 3:20. And so I said out loud, what's up, Billy Nash? We're doing big things. And sometimes we get the actual day, the right day and the right month. But nonetheless, I said to my daughter, I'm like, oh man, I'm an idiot. I got the date wrong. If you follow me, if you watched, my daughter is 6, and she looked at me. She said, Daddy, she really got upset. She's like, don't say that. Don't say that. And I was like, I'm like, well, I'm okay. So I'm like, but I was an idiot. I forgot I got the date wrong. And she started crying. She's like, don't say such bad things about yourself. And it made me pause and reflect. So I think I'm a very confident person. I think I'm a very positive person, but I also had to take into account that negative self-talk, is not good, period. And this may be very basic. This may be very common sense to you guys out there, but it really kind of hit home for me because thinking to myself, hey, Chris, you're an idiot. That's one of the nicest things that I say to myself when I'm being negative. I mean, I can go deep in terms of, put it this way. If anybody ever talked to me the way I think to myself, I would probably kill them. And so there's a part of that which is motivational. There's a part of that which is old school, whatever. But then there's a part of that that's just simply unhealthy. So moral of the story, don't be so hard on yourself. Learn, or for me at least, don't be so hard on myself. Learn to speak a little bit or think a little bit kinder to yourself, because the reality of it is I'm not an idiot. Although that might be up for debate. But yeah, I mean, from the mouths of babes. My kids are right. Don't be so hard on yourself. All right. So with that in mind, we're going to do big things. We're going to get stuff done. We are going to crank through today's list. And as always, I'm uploading Vulcan 7 data into the Mojo Dialer. I do that because I think Vulcan 7 has the best data and Mojo has the best dialer. So today there's only 6 records to call. So it's a short list. However, there are days where it's a much bigger list, and obviously anything I can do to be more effective with my time is helpful. All right, we got Billy, we got Josh, we got Manny, we got Ryan, we got Sean watching. What's up, Facebook? What's up, YouTube? If you find this content valuable, if it's useful, if you think others would benefit from it, then please like, share, tell a friend, subscribe on YouTube. We're looking to dominate that platform too, and help people get better on the phones. All right, and let's see here. So I am logging into the dialer right now. And as always, if you or anyone you know is even thinking about moving to South Florida, we are constantly helping buyers from around the country and around the world buy homes here in South Florida. We absolutely love it. So if anybody's looking to escape winter, escape taxes, or just simply move to South Florida, we'd love to help. We will pay you a FAT referral if that's applicable. We will help your clients get exactly what they want. We will get them the best terms and deal possible, and everybody will be happy and have some fun in the process. So if that's something we can help with, you know where to find me. And without any further ado, I am logged into the dialer.
Your touchtone phone. Please enter your PIN number.
All right, so now we are.
Mojo Dialer. Please press the start button.
We are live. Boom. What's up, Kelly? All right, so we got our script. We got our legal pad for notes.
The person you called has a voicemail box that has not been set up yet.
We got a pen. We got a no voicemail. All right, so we're cranking through the list. 1 down, 5 to go. Let's go. Bah. Hello, this is Chris Igoe with Remax. I record my calls for training purposes. I noticed your property listing had expired in the MLS. I was curious, how on earth did the property not sell?
I paid for math 10 minutes ago. I said here, I later passed the phone number to my husband. My husband called him, okay?
So are you the owner of Sunbeam Avenue? Is that you?
Yes.
Okay, so it looks like you were on the market for 184 days. Did you have any offers on the property while you were listed?
No.
Okay, that's frustrating.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
So real quick question in closing. And just so you know, I'm with Remax Direct. We've got 6 offices down here in South Florida. We've sold 15,000 homes since 2008. We're averaging 1 a day. If you knew absolutely for certain that by doing business with me, 2 things would happen. 1, your home will sell. 2, you'll end up with significantly more money, bottom line, than you could get any other way. Now, I know that's a big promise, but would you at least want to hear more about it? Be honest.
The problem is I don't know. I don't understand anything if you tell me.
Okay. Are you still wanting to sell your home?
Huh?
Do you still want to sell your home?
Listen, who is you? I don't understand.
All right, so let me just slow this down because it sounds like there might be a little bit of a language barrier here. My name is Chris Igoe.
Yeah.
I'm with Remax, and we specialize in finding the one buyer on planet Earth willing to pay more than anybody else. It appears that you had your home for sale for 184 days, and it didn't sell. So my question to you is, do you still want to sell your home?
I'm so sorry. I tell you phone number for my friend, and she called you back. You is careful. I don't understand.
All right, all right, so I'll let you go real quick. What's your best email address?
Okay, because I don't know this.
All right, have a good one. Bye. Okay, so if you have somebody on the phone who doesn't understand you, and they literally don't speak the language, then just get off the phone. Go next. This is a numbers game, so you want to get in as many reps as possible. I wasn't sure if she could actually understand me or not, but at some point, I just have to. If you've got know your audience, right? So if don't continue to beat somebody up if they're not the intended recipient. So I wasn't sure if she was the right homeowner or if she was the homeowner. At first she said she was, then she went into I don't speak English, which I continued to push, but at some point, that's a losing battle. All right.
System.
Joel Fry.
That's not the right person. All right, so we're just cranking through the list. It's a short list. There's only 6 records to call for today. We're down to the last 2. It is not a big data Thursday. It is also not Realtor Build Day for Habitat for Humanity. What's up, Jim? What's up, Bill or William? Do you prefer Bill? We are down to the last 2.
Hello. Available to take your call. Please leave.
All righty then. So after this pass, I will then send them out my expired letter, my text message. If I've got their email address, I will spam them relentlessly. Don't spam anybody. Nobody loves it. All right. So we are cranking through the call hammer, which means we are getting to the very end of this. Woo! I think this is the last dial. I'm feeling good about it. Let's go, baby. Hello.
Hi, you've reached 561-364-4382. Please leave your message so that we may reach.
I will not leave a message.
Is now complete. All records have been called based on your call settings and advanced.
Did I get the 3? No, I did not get the $3 million listing from the other day. They are 1, they're never going to list. 2, they are radically overpriced, and 3, they are never going to list. So, all right. So there were 6 records to call. Actually, I'll go deep on that. So there was the appointment for the $3 million listing, which was again, none of these are a waste of time. They're always good reps, right? So anytime I can get in front of somebody at that price point, I want to do it, right? So there's that. But that appointment was one thing. Now again, I met with them, I connected with them. At some point, you continue to follow up. They know you, like you, trust you. They know you're in the real estate space. If they don't sell it themselves, you'll likely be the one that they remember. But that being said, okay. So it looks like I'll be submitting an offer for her, but where was I? Yeah, so you want to get in front of people, right? So the magic happens when you actually meet with people. That being said, there are times where I am much more deliberate about qualifying the lead that I'm going on or the appointment that I'm going on. At that price point for me, I want to get those reps in as much as possible. But the more that I do, that I also have to realize the $3 million space is not a space that sells very fast. It is not a client who is typically someone that I want to work with, to be real candid. So the reality of it is be careful what you ask for because you might get it. So again, and I don't want it to sound like I'm talking out both sides of my mouth. I do want to crack that space, but also beware that most of the properties that I sell are between 300,000 and 600,000, but the real sweet spot is 300,000 to 400,000. Those properties sell fast. I don't need a whole lot of high-priced inventory that doesn't sell. I'd much rather knock out 100 listings between 300 and 400 and sell all of them. So again, I still go on the appointments. I still want the reps. I still want to crack that space, but I want to be lights out in terms of the lower priced inventory, mid-market inventory, because those homes actually sell. Now, that being said, you didn't ask the question, but I'll answer it anyway. I set a FSBO appointment yesterday. I went on the appointment yesterday, and well, I'll get back to that in a second. But I went on that FSBO appointment, which was a fairly easy appointment to set. But when I got there, I realized that this was again, they're never wastes of time. You want to go on these appointments, you want to get the reps in, but fairly quickly within the process, I recognized that there was no shot in hell that they were going to be listing with me. In fact, I'm going through the presentation. The boyfriend of the home seller took they have a big or I don't know what kind of dog, big boxer dog, for a walk. And it's hot out. So, it's 87 degrees out yesterday, plus humidity in Florida. So it's like 90, probably feels like 95. And so he took the dog for a walk and quickly. So I'm smart enough to realize it's hot out. So I'm like, listen, why don't you have him come back inside the house? The dog's not going to bother me at all. And that way he doesn't have to. She's like, no, it's not him that needs to. It's not him that needs to come in. It's you're going to get the boot. And I'm like, I'm going to get the boot. Wow, I haven't been talked to that way. I'm going to get the boot. I'm like, okay. So nonetheless, I did get the rep in. If they don't sell it themselves, problem with FSBOs is, especially in certain areas down here, if it's priced fairly and there is no inventory, it will actually sell itself. So I suspect that's what's going to happen with that particular property, because it is very upgraded. There is no inventory and it is priced fairly aggressively. So nonetheless, all I can do is control the controllables, get the reps in, follow up frequently. My business will grow. But always know that there's an ass for every seat, as they say. So my job is to just continue to pour people into the top of the sales funnel, right? So the more people I can add to the top of the sales funnel, the more closings that will be spit out at the end of the day. And that's when your business starts to get predictable and duplicatable. So, but Josh, yeah, to be more specific, it is know what your bread and butter is, right? So again, it's exciting to get a high price listing, or not a high. If it's priced right, it doesn't matter if it's high priced, but everybody wants to crack the luxury market, right? Billy Nash, if you're still watching, he's an expert in that field, right? So he is in that space, and I'm sure he'll be one of the first to tell you it is not a quick sale. So you've got to know your customer, know what your bread and butter is. And if that's what your bread and butter is, then knock yourself out. For me, again, I know the time suck and the money suck that's going to, that I'm going to have to allocate for that, which again, totally capable of doing, happy to do it. But if just be careful what you ask for, because you'll definitely get it. So, and govern yourself accordingly. So with all that in mind, go out there, win the day. There were 6 records to call today. We got a big fat goose egg in terms of leads or appointment set, but that's it. Create momentum. Don't be so hard on yourself. Keep winning the day. And if there's anything I can do to help, you know where to find me. Click the bell, smash the button, like, subscribe, tell a friend. And if there's anything I can do to help you or anyone you know who's even thinking of moving to South Florida, then please send them my way. We would love to help. We'd love to pay you a FAT referral and get them exactly what they want. So go out there, get some, win the day, win the week, win the year, win your life, and make it a great day.